DL Trader here with today's trade recaps, Wednesday, 7th of November. Tweeted this morning my focus for today. Just going to remember, pick it up, look what I said. 2 seconds. It's just loading up. Focus today is going to be entries and sizing. Considering not adding on the bounce, it seems to not work most of the time. Instead, let partial run. Scalp front side and patience on the back side. So position sizing, entries, and scalping front side, patience backside was my aims going into today. So with that in mind, let's quickly run through the trades. First one I got was MTSL. Gap up in the morning from 1.84 up to 2.5. Faded off in the morning, opened up, and then ripped out the gate. So obviously looking to short into that rip, risking that kind of pre-market high for that rejection. Got a nice entry. Did consider this the front side of the move, so covered some into the wash. As it started to not wash out anymore and pop a bit higher, I covered some more. And then it popped up, came straight back down, so rejected lower high here, so put some more on for the fade back down. And got some more covers into the wash. So at this point I was green on the trade, quite small because I was scalp size on the front side. Felt like it was the back side of the move now, so shorted in much heavier into this bounce for the VWAP rejection, and then fading off for the rest of the day. And then it popped up. So at this point I wasn't really sure exactly what to do. Part of me was like I should just cut the loss here. And the rest, part of me was like, no, let's stick with my risk as I had it just above that pre-market high and the high of day, just above 2.5. So I set the risk there. It popped through, so stopped out on my whole position. So it was the right thing to do, but it did put me into the red, just over 1 hour. It was about $150 loss on that one, just because of that size I shorted into on the backside there. But because I was flat, it did allow me to go in again. So once it popped up towards this $3 mark, I was playing off, shorted in again, sort of starter front side size, adding a little bit more as it goes up, waiting for that pullback to cover some, which I got here. Let it do its thing, added some more on again, thinking that the backside was in, lower high, added some more. Didn't like what it was doing, so started to downsize. So something I've been trying to do is not just let it go and stop out at my stop. I've been trying to sort of cover onto the washes when I feel like it's not working to reduce that loss. It does massively reduce the loss. And then because you're covering onto the washes, if it does pop up and you start to feel like it is the backside, you can obviously add on the pops. So I think this was a small green, pulled back a little bit on the name, but very small. I left the screens here at 11:30, so missed this next move up and then the eventual fade, which was a shame because it was a nice move. So next trade was BOXL. BOXL was something I traded yesterday and got that nice wash, and actually covered the rest in the after hours on this secondary wash. Good decision because opened up today and had a pop out the gate. Would have been a shame to have lost those gains from yesterday. So that was good from yesterday. So let it pop up. I've seen this move before, this red to green move stuff and pull back down. So this is what I was playing for. Really patient, didn't play it on that first move, ball flagging. Wanted to at least see what it did at the previous close. So got a really nice entry. Did think it, consider this still the front side of the move, so covered into this wash. So short, covered the wash. Did pop up again, nearly took some more, but at this point when it did break just over this high, I thought we were in for some higher move. Let it come back down, hover around VWAP, and then shorted into the bounce for the backside. Didn't cover any into the wash, wanted to try and work on that patience on the backside, so let it go, added some more on this consolidation here. thinking about that level there as risk. Sorry, not risk, but wanting to see it reject, just that support line. So got these ads on and then left the screens 11:30 and then picked up these covers on the phone and then back at the screens for the PM and covered into the close just because of such a nice wash we got. And the daily chart not looking particularly interesting for a swing. Yeah, we might see lower, but I've built up nice gains on that trade. So that was BOXL. Next trade was Joan. Really nice trade on this one today. Managed to completely ignore the front side, which isn't something I'm often capable of doing, but almost shorted into this $4 rep mark as, you know, risking 4, but didn't quite get it. After this big pullback, I thought it was worth a go on the bounce just because of the chart and remembering the trade from the 31st of October, this huge rip, and then it tanked all the way back down. With that in mind, I felt like it would probably do it again, and it, you know, this time it didn't quite get as high up. So looking good for the all-day fade type trade. So shorted in once it was confirmed, added, and then covered some into the wash. Didn't want to add back on the pop here. Sorry, I may well have, but I did leave the screens at half 11, so missed that move. Patient with the winner, covered some on the phone through the midday, locking in those gains along the way, and then a bit like BOXL, covered the rest end of day. Not interested in swinging that one just because looking at the daily chart doesn't really support it. So that was Joan, MTSL, BOXL, Joan, and I did cover my last few shares on GLBS. So I managed to ride this one all the way from 11.6 down to covering my last bits on $7. Volume really drying up now. We might see lower, but this is my first sort of go at swinging some. So overall, really happy with the day. You know, getting some good backside trades in, being patient with the winners, BOXL, Joan, and then MTSL, scalping it front side. You know, and if I'd been at the screens, maybe I would have captured this move, who knows. But ending the day really nicely in the green, happy with progress. Okay, cheers.